one more. Man, went through the front door like an idiot. I knocked two as well, bro. Whoa! What a glitch kill cam.
Hold on, count. Oh my god, bro. Okay, so I know you guys are aspiring to become the next movement king, a little Joewo Jr. So here I am, ready to help you guys out and teach you guys the principles of movement. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, just because you watch this video, you're not gonna become a movement god. You actually need to practice this. For some reason, people think I'm gonna be able to just give them, you know, a simple way to just instantly improve at the game. No, you gotta practice. But with that said, if you guys start instantly applying it, and all you little rats that like to sit in buildings and all that stuff, your movement's gonna get a lot better really quick, and maybe you'll leave the building once in a while. So let's get started. All right, so everything I'm gonna show you in this video, you can either do on controller or mouse and keyboard. But first, I gotta help my controller people real quick and give them a quick little setting to help them out. So what you guys are gonna want to do is go into options, go all the way to controller, and scroll down until you see automatic sprint, and put that on automatic tactical sprint. Now, what's that gonna do? That's going to make it so as soon as you push forward on your analog stick, you're instantly going to go into a tactical sprint. Now, that's going to be really weird feeling at first, but trust me, get used to this. All the pro players use this. You guys want to use this. And with that, we're going to get to the very basics of movement, and that is the slide cancel. Now, what the slide cancel is going to do is it's going to make you be able to move around the map a lot faster, resetting your tactical sprint every single time it runs out. And it also brings up your gun slightly faster than a typical, you know, like stop. You can just slide cancel like that. So how do you do it, right? You want to run, and when you're running, you're going to want to slide, then slide again, and then press jump at the end. So you're going to want to slide again to stop the slide, and jump to stand up. So when you do it fast, it looks like this. Now, generally, you want to do it every so often to reset your tactical sprint. You could also use it to juke out some people if they're shooting you. Like, let's say somebody's standing right there. You can use it to juke out people and just slide to the right and shoot them. So the next thing I'm going to show you guys is how to snake. Now, what this is useful for is when you're behind cover, you're going to become a really hard target to hit while keeping information on your enemy. So while you're behind cover like this, you're going to want to go prone, and as soon as you hit prone, you're going to want to sprint forward, and that's going to instantly bring you up. So you're going to get quick information on everything that's in front of you. You're going to go prone again and keep doing this over and over again. And for the opponent, it's going to be really difficult to hit you. But obviously, you're going to be able to see them the whole time as they're coming at you, and you can just shoot them if they're trying to rush at you. So once again, you're going to want to go all the way prone and then sprint forward, and just repeat it over and over. As soon as you go prone, sprint forward, and you're going to go in a little circular kind of like motion. And that's pretty much how you pull off snaking. It's really overpowered, and literally every single pro player uses this. Make sure you guys use this one. Now, one thing about movement that's very good is constantly keeping information on enemies. You're going to see people like Joewo do this a ton. They're going to use their movement to avoid getting hit while keeping information about everything that's going on around them. So one thing they do, instead of just applying place and just hiding behind a wall like this and hoping the enemy doesn't push them, they're gonna every so often just peek out to the right like this and just keep track of where the enemy is. Obviously, if you're doing this, you're gonna be able to see the enemy if they're pushing you. However, if they do shoot you, they will stop your plating, but it is way more important to keep information on the enemy, because at least you're gonna know that they're pushing you. So even if you get one plate off, now you're able to slide out and shoot him, and you know exactly where he is, and while he's rushing you, his gun's up. He's not going to expect you to push him. Another thing pro players do is while they're hiding and plating, if they can't peek out right or left, they'll jump over to get information. A lot of people don't expect people to just hop their head over a little piece of cover like this. So if you jump over, you'll be able to see everything once again, and you can keep plating because most likely they're not going to expect you to hop up. And like I said, once you're done plating, you can see if they're pushing you, and then you can just slide out and shoot them. Or even if they're not pushing you, let's say if they are just hiding behind there, you just know where they're at all times. So information is very crucial, and movement is one of the best ways to constantly keep information while not getting shot at. Now, another tip you guys want to make sure you guys do, which is going to help your aim a bunch, is when you're aiming down and you're in a gunfight, don't just stand completely still and sit here and shoot at a guy, because if you're standing still, you're a very, very, very easy target to hit. So what you guys are going to want to do is strafe left and right while you guys are shooting at the enemy. And what this is actually going to do is it's going to help your aim assist if you're on controller, and you're going to hit more shots. Like I said, everything I'm telling you guys, pro players do. If you look at literally any pro player, they're doing this. Even if the guy isn't shooting them, they're going left or they're going right just to pull more aim assist. If you're on controller, obviously mouse and keyboard doesn't have aim assist. And now on top of that, you want to make sure that your centering is very good. So if you're sliding around the map, you don't want to just be looking at the ground, because if there's an enemy in front of you, there's going to take time for you to pull your gun up and shoot them. So what you're going to want to do is, if you know somebody's going to be there, slide around with your crosshair ready to shoot over here. If you think he's going to be here, keep your crosshair over here at all times. Never just run around staring at the ground, because every second counts. So if you just pull up and shoot, it's going to take a lot longer than if your enemy has their gun up and ready to shoot you with their crosshairs positioned well. So make sure you guys practice that. Centering is very important. Even if you guys don't get movement down, one of the most important things you guys have to figure out first is centering. And that just overall comes with time too. Sometimes you're not going to know where people are. Pro players play the game a lot, so they're going to know general positions people like to sit in, so they know where to put their crosshairs at. That's just something you guys are going to have to put a lot of time in and get some experience with. Now the final tip, and probably one of the most important things that's going to like fake out a lot of people and have you winning a ton of gunfights, is the b-hop. Now what this is going to do is you're going to jump up in the air, and you're going to be able to keep your momentum while flying across people's screens. So instead of just strafing left shooting people, you're going to fly across the screen jumping up. So to perform this, you're going to want to go into a full sprint, then jump up in the air, turn to the target. So don't face over here, obviously, where you're jumping at. Turn to the target. Let's say the target's right there, right? Then you're going to want to keep your analog stick or your button pushing down in the direction that you're originally going in. So over here, I keep going left while shooting here, and then you're going to jump again once you hit the floor. A little confusing, but if you actually do it in game, it's not as confusing as I'm making it sound. So like I said, you're going to want to jump, turn, and jump again once you hit the floor, keeping all momentum going left, and you're going to fly across your screen. Why do these kids stop here? So with the combination of all these techniques, you're going to be able to outplay pretty much everybody as long as you pull out the right moves at the right time. Now, some people might be thinking, how do you know where to pull out the right moves at the right time? So that just comes with experience. And like I said in the intro, you guys have to practice these things. It's not, you're not going to just become a movement god out of nowhere. You guys have to practice. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys just drop a like, man. If you guys really enjoyed this video and it really helped you out, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications to get notified every single time I post a new video. Let me know what other kind of tips and tricks videos you guys want me to make, and if you guys have any questions, I'm streaming every single day over on Twitch. You could come ask me live. And as always, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.